Limina! Maiden Lily, thank you so much for 1 month of Master Clipbaiters in your paints. We'll see. We'll see. I'll do my best. No promises. I'll do my best. Hello. We have a lot to do today, so we're gonna get right to it. Actually, before we get right to it, I want to show you guys something. Do you guys know these? These are, these really TikTok popular gummies called peelers. These are like really popular and they're really good. If you've never had it, I wanted to peel it on stream. I even prepared a little napkin. They like look like this in the bag. They smell so good too. But there's not that many in here. There's like maybe like 10, maybe not even 10. Like around 10. And this is what it looks like. And the whole gimmick of these and the reason why Zoomers love these is that you're supposed to peel them. And I've only had these once before. I'm not a Zoomer, as you can see. I don't know how to. How do I peel it? How do I peel it? Abort! It's not. Oh, it's peeling. It's peeling. Okay. There's a, if you peel back the skin. If you peel back the skin, it'll reveal a little mango innard. So this is the outside and this is the inside. And they have different textures. If you what? Don't worry about it. If you peel it back. The outside is like a little denser and harder and chewier, and this one's like a little bit softer. Mango foreskin. Now I don't want to eat it anymore. And then eat the inside. It's very soft. Like the outside is more like chewy, like there's more tension between the teeth, and the inside's more like it cuts right through. Your teeth cut right through. Alright, we're gonna open one more. I prefer the mango placenta. I mean, I'm telling you. Why does this look so vaginal? Why does everything I touch have to turn sus? Look at the juicy center. Like, cause the outside's more like matte and then the inside's like juicy. It's like wet in there. Okay. This one's looking a little rough. Okay, no, I got it. Okay. I know that looked disgusting, but trust me, these are really good. Mango foreskin. Not eating the inside. Okay, I prepared a wet nap. All right, now that we got the foreplay out of the way, we have some water. One of these days, I'm really gonna get in trouble for all of this. One of these days, it's really gonna happen. I'm really gonna get in trouble. But until that day, I'm gonna show the package. Okay, I will say it is a pain in the ass to eat, but it is really tasty. And it's probably one of the best mango gummies I've ever had. We have a couple things here. We have so much going on here. We have some paints. I didn't buy that many because paints are fucking expensive and each one of these things costs like $5. So I spent like $80 on paints. I bought paints, I bought a top coat, and I bought a paint on primer, and I bought a brush. And I spent a butt ton of money. Okay. Can't you eat it without peeling? feel like it'll taste nasty. You want me to try? I feel it'll taste nasty. Okay, I'm gonna try it without peeling it. Here it goes. Raw dogging it. Honestly, it's still pretty good. Honestly, it's still pretty good. But I think it's just like a little... If you don't mind the mixing of textures. Will you review the paint on primer at the end of the stream? Sure. And I'm actually gonna... So let me explain. Let me explain. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let me explain. The assemble... Sorry, my cat took a... My fucking cat. The fucking baby cat. What the hell is his new name? Where'd my cheat sheet go? I had a cheat sheet. Dot. That's his name. Fucking Dot took a bite out of my... This is like when they say like my dog ate my homework. This is literally my cat. Anyway, it's fine. If you look at the thing, it shows over here. There's 3 different models. There's this guy with the big old sword. There's this guy with the big old gun. And then there is this guy with the wings or the jet mode. So these are the 3 versions that I have. And basically what I've done is I have assembled and primed this first one because the primer needs 24 hours to dry. So I wanted to give it some time to dry before we painted it. So we're going to be painting this one in full today. The other 2, I need to still assemble and prime. So I will be priming it today. And so you'll see the priming process. The problem is yesterday when I primed this, I did use a really cheap brush and it was a horrible idea because I was like, it's just primer. I'll just use a really cheap brush. But that cheap brush was so difficult to use, like actually difficult to use, and the hairs off the brush kept coming out. So I do not recommend that cheap of a brush. Why does my burp taste like gasoline? What the fuck? Is I'm crazy? Oh, is my thing still on magic? 1 second. This is not magic. This is there a Gundam? Gundam card game teaching app. Close enough. So I'm just gonna show you like, yeah, the entire build process. And you guys can kind of like see what it's like to build these minis. That being said, I've never painted a mini in my life. So it's gonna be a learning process for all of us. I could not get a box of launch product. Today was the set 1 release, new type rising, but I did manage to get a couple packs because the a lot of the LGSs in my general area seem to be having like a restriction on how many packs you're allowed to buy. So I think the max was like, I think it was more than 6, but I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna get 6 packs, it's fine. So we're gonna open up some packs first and then we'll talk about all the painting stuff. Or actually, maybe we should open the packs in between because we are gonna have to wait for things to dry. So why don't we do that? I will show you what my primed one looks like. I haven't painted anything in a very, 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 very long time. But you will have to forgive me. I clearly did not do the best job priming this. And even while I was priming it, I was like, this is really not good. But especially that brush was really bad. So make sure you use a good brush. But if it'll you can see it's primer. So you're not supposed to like cover everything with white. Like it should be a little bit like spackly like this. But there are parts like in there in the crevasses in his booty crack that I couldn't get, but it is what it is. The hand, I would highly recommend just spray painting it if you can, but this is the best I got with what I had yesterday. And he's all primed, so he feels really, you know, like, oh god, man down. I also saw somewhere that some people like to glue them. Do you guys glue them? Do you guys like to glue them? Or do you guys not glue them? What is the consensus on gluing them? Should I be gluing him? I do have Mr. Cement. Not gluing them shocks you? Am I committing a crime? Okay, why don't we try gluing this then? You've never glued? Okay. All right, we're gonna get into it. I also changed my lighting setup a little bit, so hopefully it's you know, aptly lit for you all. Okay. Ooh, stinky. All right. Okay. Oh, that glue is really stanky. Oh. Glue is for bare plastic? Yeah, I put it on the bare plastic part, not the primer. Not the primed part, I mean. So we still need to, like, actually assemble everything. We have my empty runner from yesterday. And we have 2 more runners. So while this glue is drying, we will create the other 2 little guys. Is that the Yu-Gi-Oh tin? Yeah, this is my preferred runner tin. I haven't found a good, like, thing to replace this one with yet. But if I do, I'm open to replacing it. But yeah, I watched, like, a bunch of videos. Thank you to everyone who sent me resources, by the way. A bunch of you guys sent me some really useful resources in the Discord. And it was very helpful for me as somebody who knew jack shit. I was really scared because I went into this LGS by myself, this Warhammer store. And, you know, I was kind of just like, oh, like, I'm trying to build some Gundam assemble kits. And I asked for recommendations. The guy was very nice. But he also just, and if you're watching, I'm really sorry. But I don't know if I'm dumb. I didn't really understand a lot of what was happening. He would explain things to me, and I just wasn't getting it. So I apologize. I mean, I kept apologizing in the store too, because I was just like, I had so many questions. Like, he would say something, and I'd be like, what does that mean? I was like, okay, but if you're like dumb like me, what does that mean? What does it translate to? For SoCal, I really recommend Brookhurst Hobbies in Garden Grove. Oh! I have a friend who lives in Garden Grove. Maybe next time if I ever stop by their area. Garden Grove has this really good bubble tea place. They have a really good boba place. You go to Hobby Lobby? I don't have a lot of Hobby Lobbies. Actually, there's one. It's not near me, but it's like, it is near me. It's just not in the direction that I ever go. So I never stopped by. I only went by that one time. That, remember I told you guys about how I didn't know that they sold Gunpla at Hobby Lobby? That's how I knew, because I stopped by that one time, but I was kind of in a rush. Because this is really random, but I really had to poo. Do you guys ever have that when you're like looking at a store, but you really have to poo and they don't have a bathroom? So you just have to leave? That was me. Oh my... Baby cat! Dot is... Stop it! Really likes Gundam, you guys. He really likes Gundam. He's like trying to... He's trying to eat my runners. Don't eat my runners. I go buy cheeseburger at McDonald's to use the bathroom. Honestly, I would do that if I didn't think most McDonald's bathrooms were disgusting. Can you stop? If you hear like plastic noises in the background shifting around, or Something that sounds like a cat rattling plastic. That is a hint. Best poly. Oh my gosh. Wait, I have a ranking. I have a ranking on public bathrooms. We actually talked about this in length because I think this is something that's important to me. My sister and I talk about this all the time. I would say the #1 bang for your buck that's easy to find is gonna be Nordstrom. If there's anywhere that has a Nordstrom, the Nordstrom, you bet, always has the best bathroom. However, if your mall is bougie and you have Bloomingdale's, then usually Bloomingdale's a little bit better. But most malls nowadays I feel like don't have Bloomingdale's. So you gotta go for the Nordstrom bathrooms. Actually, there's a Starbucks nearby. Man, some of the Starbucks, obviously not near me, but like, I remember one time I was in like Santa Monica or something and went to a Starbucks, and it's like, it's like a whole pain in the ass to use a restroom. Because they try to like prevent random people from using their restrooms, I guess. Having Bloomingdale's is bougie? Yeah, Bloomingdale's has like the most bougie bathrooms ever. You should have a Barnes and Nobles. Oh yeah, Barnes and Nobles bathrooms, but those don't even exist anymore. Does Barnes and Nobles even exist? I think my hometown has one actually. But that's the only place, and that's like in the bumfuck nowhere, so that's why they have one. But do Barnes and Nobles still exist in other places? Your town still has one? That's so nice. There's a Barnes and Nobles in Fullerton? Really? Nearest location is Tanforan Shopping Center. Where's Tanforan? You get Gunpla from Barnes and Nobles? Back in my day, we used to, instead of having a manga cafe, we would just go to Barnes and Nobles and read manga there for free. Just read them off the shelves like it's nobody's business. We just sit on the floor in the manga section. Stop! He's laying on the box! What are you doing? If I yell at him, he looks up at me and pretends like he's not doing anything, and then he starts doing it again. Tanforan is near the Golden Gate National Cemetery. Oh. Eating. He's eating a chunk of the paper that he bit off. It's fine. You can munch on some Gunpla paper. I even gave him like, cause he's like a monster. Dot is a monster. So I give him these chicken strips, freeze dried? No, just like regular dried chicken strips that are meant for dogs. Because he likes to chew on things. And he won't eat it. Like he didn't ingest the paper. He just chews on the paper and then spits it back out like a monster. At least eat the damn thing. Oh, I did not cut that well. I thought I was being clever, but I think I made it worse. Speaking of bookstores, I'm heartbroken. Kinokuniya and Little Tokyo has closed. You know the Kinokuniya in NorCal? In Japantown? In NorCal? I love that Kinokuniya. I feel like that one's the best one of the three that I've been to. There's one in Little Tokyo in LA. There's one in Japantown in NorCal, and then I've been to the one in New York. I like the one in Japantown the most, in NorCal. That one also had the most card stuff. Maybe that's why I'm a little biased. I went crazy over there. They had so many like rare sleeves and deck boxes. I was like, what the fuck? I was trying my best not to buy everything in the fucking store. The best gunplay shop in NorCal is Ying's in Chinatown. Oh my gosh, when I was was it in Toronto? We went to this really cool gunpla shop. Really, really cool. But I didn't buy anything because I didn't have room in my luggage, unfortunately. They had like a bunch of like really rare like figurines and stuff too. And the cashiers were cute girls. I didn't know Kinokuniya was moving. Where's it moving to? Is it like closed? That Kinokuniya has been there since like the dawn of time. That Kinokuniya has been there since I was like born probably. Anime Extreme? I'm not sure what it was called. we just stopped by while we were walking back. They haven't said where they're moving yet. End of an era. You know, I was thinking about this the other day though, but there's really no more Games Workshops. I've seen quite a few like Warhammer like stores, but not actual Games Workshops. They're usually called like Warhammer something or War something. But like, I remember growing up, my local mall had a Games Workshop store. Like a big one. And I used to go in there thinking that they sold video games. And boy, was little me disappointed when I would go in and be like, there's no video games here. They rebranded their stores to War. They're not called Games Workshops anymore, but there's maybe that was maybe the store I went to was a former Games Work. I don't think so though. It literally got renamed to Warhammer Store. That's crazy. Some of these nub marks are really hard to get out. But it doesn't really matter because everything's going to be covered with primer anyway, so it's like not that huge of a deal actually. And the primer kind of smooths it out a little bit too. Just trying to get everything as clean as possible still. I had a really hard time putting the freaking arm on this guy though. Definitely felt like an idiot. Just, you know when you like just start... I always call it like, it feels like you're trying to smash the circle peg into the square hole. That's what I was doing yesterday. I was like, what the fuck? I feel like a monkey. It's like, ugh. Ugh. The store used to be named that, I'm sure. Now it's just a Warhammer branded store. Nubs get reflective depending on how you paint them, but if you're doing it by hand, it's probably fine. Okay. Good to know. Hello, hello. If you're just hopping in, we are Trying to erase these dang nub marks. I tried to get the best Limina themed colors that I could find for this, but we'll see how they are. The color selection was not, you know, it left a little bit to be desired. I also thought it was interesting that all the videos I watched, they build the miniature and then paint them, whereas in Gundam typically you know, those nubs are horrible, but I think I just have to go with it for now. All right, we're assembling now. Are we gluing? Maybe I glue first. Time for the stinky fumes. Oh, it's so stinky. Wait, why isn't it fitting? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have tried to fit it before I glued it. Maybe that's how it's supposed to go. No, that looks right, maybe. Hopefully. Oh, I didn't do the fin yet. These ones we can't glue because they're on like a little hook, so they have posability a little bit. Very limited, but it's there. Are we missing his arms? Oh no, this one is connected here. Okay, this one I'm gonna try to fit first. Okay. This one I should be able to glue in as well. Glue. And then much easier than the other arm. Or not. Oh no, I got it. Oh, scared me. Okay. That looks good. Does this go on the back? What is this? May need the guide for this one. Yeah, it says backpack. Backpack, backpack. Backpack, backpack. I'm the one who's loaded up with things standing next to you. Anything that you might need, I have inside for you. Please. Okay, I think it's in. Okay, let's do this fin first. We should probably glue in this fin. Seems you know, precarious. Snapped right in. His head is just like a fucking bobblehead on this one. It's just loose. Is it supposed to be like that? I don't think it's supposed to be like that. I don't like this. Backpack upside down, maybe? Oh, it feels like it might have been upside down. Okay, now it's not so loose. The backpack was upside down. All right. Finish our first guy. All right. We're going to, before we... I'm debating. Do we want to crack open this other guy or should we save this one? He's sleeping on the Gundam assemble box. Why are you doing that to me? Pack opening break. I think we're gonna do that after we prime this a little bit. We have our primer. It is Pro Acryl brand. I don't. This doesn't seem like a. Just like a whatever brand. Gotta mix it. I have my Yuru Camp cup of water because this cup is. These fucking cups are so tiny. It's such a tiny cup, like there's no way I'm drinking water out of this. It's a good brand. It's top tier. Okay, I believe you guys. I wouldn't know. It just looks really basic. It looks basic, but you know what? Looks aren't everything. Okay. I will not make the same mistake as yesterday. I'm going to use this tiny ass brush to prime this, which is really unfortunate because it's really tiny and really delicate and I didn't want to be using it for some primer, but you know, I will not make the same mistake I made yesterday. I will make new mistakes, which will probably be, you know, equally or worse. Hopefully better. I don't have a palette, so I've been just throwing this on paper towel, which is really wasteful, I know, but I don't have a palette, so you're just gonna have to run with me here. I try not to pour too much because it dries out so fast because it's on paper towel. And there's cat hair freaking everywhere. Okay, yeah, this is like way better already. It was so horrible yesterday doing this. Just absolutely horrible. I'm just really globbing it on. It's just primer, so I'm not like being particular with it. I'm just gonna try to get it in all the crevasses. The most important thing that I couldn't do yesterday with the shitty brush was that you don't want the primer to like gunk up certain detail parts. And I think I lost a lot of detail yesterday because of that, but that's okay. 80 of those was paint, no paint palette. They didn't have a palette there. They didn't have a palette, so I couldn't buy one. I probably have to buy one of those like when I went to art school, we used to have these like paper palettes. Those were really nice. Because it was like this waxy paper and you would just, every time you painted, you could replace the sheet. Unfortunately, my friend gave me a ride to the store. We had lunch and my friend gave me a ride to the store and then she had something else, so she couldn't go into the store with me. But she gave me a ride to the store and I didn't have time to go anywhere else, so I had to do with Country Girls Make Do. I don't think I have an art supply store near me, unfortunately. I'd have to go to like a Michael's. And I know everyone's like, just buy it off Amazon. I really don't like to buy things off Amazon. I know that sounds really silly, but I try so hard. The detriment of my own life, given that I barely have a car. I really try to support locally. I know that sounds like so hippie and hipster and whatever of me, but it's like I can't do very much. I'm not a rich person. I can't eat like all organic food. I can't eat like non-GMO everything. Like I can't afford to do those things, but the thing I can afford to do is buy from my local shops. I mean, that being said, I still have to order things from Amazon all the time, especially when it's like I need something tomorrow. There's really like no way around that for me. I don't have a car. Infernal Palette, thank you so much for the super chat. Parchment paper on wet paper towel equals wet palette. I actually don't have parchment paper. Maybe I do actually. I should check. After I paint this guy, maybe I'll go check to see if I have parchment paper. Honestly, I want to buy a bunch of pink paint and make my pink Gunpla of my dreams. But I'll do that once the assemble kits are a little bit more easy to purchase and readily available. Good to support local hobby shops because you can't do locals on Amazon. It's true. I just like the idea of local stores. I also have a lot of friends who are small business owners, so I try to, you know, where I can. I think the death of the small business is like just something that's really sad for me anyway, because I like when shops have a lot of character and uniqueness to them. But I also believe that shopping small business and eating healthy and exercise, all of those things are luxuries that not everybody has the time or ability to do, or money. And a lot of times it is cheaper to buy things on Amazon, so I don't blame anyone for buying things on Amazon. My parents buy everything on Amazon. There's no shame in that, so. Anyway, yesterday when I was painting this, I thought it was very relaxing. Especially because it's just primer. So I don't really have to like think. I'm just like on autopilot. And I feel like it's been a really long time since I've done anything that I can just be on autopilot for. So, I know everyone says to spray paint your primer, but painting on primer is not half bad. I mean, it does take way longer, sure. And it's probably not quite as nice of a finish, but it almost feels like, have you guys seen like adult coloring books? Oh, I feel like you can't really see what I'm doing here. I should let me move my body around a little bit. Ugh. Move my mic. How many of you guys build miniatures normally? And how many of you guys are just starting because of the Gundam stuff? I've yet to, but I've been thinking about it. I would say that it's just like TCG locals, where I feel like if you move somewhere new, the coolest thing about this hobby is that it's like a very social hobby. So it's like cool if you meet a community of people that also like do the same thing. I wish Gunpla was more of a social hobby. Like imagine if like your local Gunpla store had like Gunpla building nights or like painting stations. I don't know if you guys ever watched or read the manga Gareki Model Club or something. Can't afford it. I already have gacha and TCG. Yeah, it's fucking expensive. Like it's an upfront investment for sure, because I'm sure like once you have all the materials and supplies, it's like once you have it all, you don't really have to buy it again, but it definitely does feel like a really big expense if you haven't been in it before. Can't afford minis at the moment. Closest I get is Warhammer novels. I will say I was completely uninterested in Warhammer, and now I feel like I might actually be kind of interested in Warhammer despite them not being cute girls. I'll have to ask Logs for the Glitch Stars Warhammer starter package. Like, give me a playlist of everything that everyone's been watching. Diving into the Warhammer rabbit hole. I'm like worried because I feel like I'm not gonna like the lore as much as people want me to, because I'm just so fucking weeb, and I really wish I wasn't, but I just, it's so hard, you guys. You guys think I want to be like this? You guys think I want no interest in anything unless it's anime? I don't want this, but unfortunately that is just the reality of what I am. Also, the guy at the store showed me this really cool thing that you can do, or you can buy, that lets you hold the models on like a little stand while you paint them, and it just makes it way easier to paint them. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need that, I'm gonna buy it. But he was like, oh wait, let me check how big the Gundam ones are, because I was like, yeah, I think they're a little bit bigger than Warhammer kits, because I had seen a YouTube video that you guys had sent me of that. And he was like, yeah, let me Google the size really quick, and it doesn't fit. He said that there's like a bigger version, like a jumbo or something, and that version should work with the Gunpla kits, but that holder, the Warhammer figure holder, only holds up to 40mm bases or something, and then the Gunpla ones are 50. Just act like Warhammer is a BL manga. The problem is I'm not a Fujo. Do you guys know how many times in my life I've wished I was a Fujo? Because all of my friends are Fujos. Do you know how hard it is being the only Yumejo in a group of Fujos? And like pretending you like certain BL ships so that you can be included in your friends' conversations. And there are, don't get me wrong, there are BL ships that I like, and I like a lot of BL stuff because I think the story tends to be really good. Like, at the end of the day, I am a woman, and so like a lot of the stories are written by women, kind of like catered towards women, so even if I don't really like BL itself, sometimes I'll really just enjoy the story aspect to it. I'm surprised you aren't surrounded by more Yumejos. I only know one other Yumejo. Like, the number of times where I would have a favorite male character, because it's not very common that I do, because I mostly, like, growing up to have liked female characters. The number of times that I've had a favorite male character and I will have, like, an Ita bag or something similar, because Ita bags didn't really exist back then. And like someone will come up to me and be like, or my friends will be like, oh, so who do you ship him with? And I'll be like, myself? Like, nobody? I just like him. Like, I have BL ships that I like, but it's very, very, very rare. Very rare. I just am not a shipper, like, at all. Is it dry on this side? Okay, it's dry on this side. This is a much thinner layer of paint than what I had yesterday, because yesterday I was basically like globbing it on because I could not control that brush to save my life. I need to look at more Battletech lore. My friends are all into it. If you're like, or Warhammer lore, if your friends are into it, I feel like, I don't know, I'm just like a very socially oriented person, even if I'm not super social. But if my friends get into something, I really try to like get into stuff with them, which is kind of why TCGs have always been difficult, because I had always wanted to get into TCGs and I love the social aspect of it, but I just didn't really know anybody that like knew anything about it or wanted to get into it. Like, none of my friends were TCG people. I'm assuming I would paint this space as well, even if it's just black. Like, man, I wish I had friends that introduced me to things, or like that had crazy hobbies, but all my friends have very normal Normie hobbies. Or it's BL. I did have friends who liked Kamen Rider, which was really nice. So I did have a group of people I was watching Kamen Rider with, and we actually called ourselves the Kamen Rider Club because it was like, you know, like in Forze, that's what they called themselves. So we had like a group chat, but a bunch of them moved away, and so we just didn't get to hang out anymore. I think we had a couple like times where we all like got together and had kind of like a reunion with all of us, but one of them has like a baby now and stuff. I told her that we're gonna make her baby watch Kamen Rider. It was funny because she had our baby around the same time that I got Dot, my baby cat. And so we always joke that we were doing motherhood together. Even though, you know, I'm slightly different. But it'd be like, oh, she'd be like, oh, baby is getting teeth and he's chewing on stuff. And I was like, oh, Dot is doing that too. We always call them like soul brothers. Even though they're different species, they're like, we always joke that they're brothers. Can't wait for Dot to walk on two legs. I think her baby is getting to that point right now, actually. I think he can stand if he's like holding on to things, but he can't like walk yet. He's like a baby. Fresh out the womb baby. Okay, I think we covered everything here. Clean this brush really quick. Honestly, I should be cleaning the brush more often for most optimal brush health, but lazy. How old is Dot? He's just over 1. He just turned 1 a little while ago. And her baby, because I adopted Dot when he was 2 months old, her baby is 2 months younger or so than Dot. Something like 2 or 3 months younger. He's sleeping on the Gundam box. Is that comfortable? Is that comfortable? Okay. I would say that this is definitely a lot more like splotchy and not as thick as this one. Like you can see that this one's much more white and this one's a little grayer. But I think I lost some detail with this one because of that. So I think this is the more apt finish. More what we're aiming for. Comfort is less important than inconveniencing mom. He truly is always inconveniencing me. I think he just wants to hang out though. They say that cats, because like my cats will do this too. They like to sit on your phone. And they were like, what's the science? Is it because it's warm? Or like your laptop? So part of it is like, yeah, because it's warm. But they were saying that it's because a lot of times it's the thing that you interact with the most. So they want to sit there because they think that you will interact with them if they sit on it. Which I think is really fucking cute. And it breaks my heart because all they just want is your attention. Alright. We're gonna let this guy dry. What figure is this? This is the Gundam Assemble Seed Strike kit. It's mostly dry because it's primer, but it's gonna need to actually set. And then let's open some packs. Actually, maybe we should do a first coat of stuff on this and then we wait for that to dry. That might make more sense. I know everyone's like, stop edging me. Can't help it. I can't help it. Okay. We're gonna go... let me get parchment paper. I'll be right back. Okay. He's like, what is that? Got parchment paper. Put this in here. My very janky MacGyvered palette. We're MacGyvering it. Why won't this fold? Fold! Stay folded! Right. Why won't it stay folded? Am I stupid? We got a makeshift palette. How much do I have to shake these? I heard you're supposed to shake it and then swirl it. And then shake it and swirl it. You know, my old Twitter bio used to be putting the Edge in Microsoft Edge. Shake it for 30 seconds. Bop it, twist it, lock it. Has it been 30 seconds yet? Oh, gonna work, y'all. I gotta shake with my left arm because my left arm is like kind of weak, you know? Oh, this paint like spilled. Uh-oh. How much do I need? Like that much? Is that too much? Is that too little? I can't tell. Okay, I have another paper towel here. Okay. Okay, I've been told I have to do this to get the paint to a right consistency, but it's white, so I don't know what the right consistency is here. That doesn't seem like the right consistency, but that's okay. We're gonna spread it around. We can get a little bit closer to the desired consistency. Guys, I'm so scared. I feel like I'm gonna fuck this up. Maybe white as the first color was not the move. It's hard to tell because it's all primered. It's a learn by feeling kind of thing. Okay. I'll get there. It's my first one, so I'm expecting it to not be very good. Are you winning? You know, I would say that I'm winning. Honestly, I am winning in proxy of doing the stuff that I like doing. I mean, I don't like painting, but but I love streaming. I love gunpla. I love trying new things. I love spending a lot of money on weird hobbies. So I would say in that regard I am winning. Yeah. I think about this a lot, but and this sounds really cheesy, but many times I am extremely grateful for the position that I am in. I have a stable job and stable income, and I get to spend my time doing the things that I like doing. I have awesome friends. I, you know, have great fans that care about me. And I'm very happy right now. Yeah. Doing what I want to do. I have a really good support network and system. Like, obviously, could things be better? They can always be better, but recently I've been thinking a lot about how grateful I am for a lot of the things that have been going on around me. I have a lot to be grateful for, and I feel extremely privileged and fortunate to be on here streaming, showing off new Gundam stuff. Like, what more could I ask for, you know? I have 4 cats. I have stream. I have work. I feel really fulfilled in work. I feel fulfilled in streaming. I'm healthy. Mostly. Debatable, but mostly. Yeah, I would say that I'm winning. I think I've said this before, but I think the last 2 years in general have been probably like the most happy I've been maybe ever. Like, nothing crazy's happening. It's just like, maybe that's part of it. Is nothing crazy has to happen to be happy. Like, I still get depressive episodes, and I still, like, me having depression is like not gonna change overnight, right? Like just because you're happy doesn't mean you're not depressed anymore. That's the problem. That's what depression is, right? Normal people can get depressed, but depression is when you're depressed even if you're happy. I still struggle with that, of course. But if my depression's the only thing that's really making me struggle, then I would say that that's a really good spot for me to be in personally. Is it like a guilty happiness? No, I don't feel guilty about being happy. I think I think my happiness I have worked really hard for. I think a lot of the things that I have, while I say, you know, I feel privileged to a certain degree, I think I also acknowledge that I've, like, to some sense been to hell and back too, and have worked my ass off, and I deserve to be happy right now. When I took a break to try to stream like semi full time for like that 1.5 years or whatever, that was the first time that I wasn't working, that I wasn't actively holding a job since I was maybe 18. I've worked all sorts of jobs. I've bussed tables. I've made deliveries. Like I've done really like anything that I could do. But not working those 2 years, like I literally blew all my life savings. I saved so much money and I basically blew it all because I wasn't working. That's fine. I think I needed it. I would say in the VTubing space, I haven't really worked super hard, but I would say like in my career and in my life, I have worked very hard. And that's probably why I don't work so hard in the VTubing space, because I'm tired. I'm old, I'm tired. I don't want to work hard anymore. I just want to chill out and enjoy and hang out with people and build Gunpla in my Gunpla retirement home. You know? And I think during my like time off, I really recognized that too, that to a certain degree, I don't really want to work that hard with VTubing, because at one point, if you work too hard on it, it doesn't become fun anymore. And I wasn't really ready. And I realized that at the time. And it took me that to realize it, right? I wasn't ready to fully commit to it, I think. I still wanted it to just be fun. I still wanted it to I just wanted to stream what I want to stream. I want to do what I want to do. I didn't want to have to give that up at that time. So that's how I knew I was not ready to kind of like, you know. Is there like a guide on what this guy looks like? Is there a guide? Because this image is fucking tiny. And it only shows his front side. Okay, Dot is not sitting on the box anymore. You can look at the box. No. Okay, it's on the box, but... Okay, I think it's ready for its second coat. Perhaps. You can tell it's a little bit brighter. Do you see it? This is the second coat. I feel like on camera it's very obvious actually. It's a little more subtle in real life. But very clearly it's super white. What we're aiming for. I forgot to buy the wash, you guys. I got so distracted with talking to the guy about Warhammer and stuff. You can probably just look at the regular Strike Gundam. That's so true. I didn't even think about that. I forgot he's a mini version. I can just look at the big one. Alright, I'll pull up his reference in a bit. It's just a pain in the ass because I have to pull it up on a monitor and stuff. I should have done like a... I should have made a Strike Gundam. I don't have like a normal one. I only have the... all the weird variations of it. And then I could like compare and be like... Strike Gundam. Mini versus full model. Lads! Luli! Welcome, raiders. I missed the raid notification, but I saw the Peachy Peachy raid. It could only be one Lazuli CH. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I hope you guys had a good stream. You know, whenever I say that, when you think about it, it's not like anyone would ever go, I hope you had a bad stream. What were you guys up to? What were y'all doing? We're painting some Gundam miniatures. Thanks for the raid. Hope you had a horrible time. Yeah, exactly. Imagine if someone came in, they're like, yeah, actually stream sucked. It was the worst. I mean, I guess that does happen. Like, not from the viewers, hopefully, but from the person. They'll be like, oh, I played a game and it sucked. I guess that does happen. I guess it's not too completely ridiculous to consider that that could happen. I am over-exaggerating a bit. Or their stream died. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So it is possible. It is possible. I don't know if that's part of the part I'm supposed to color. Do I have my SD Strike Gundam? How far did I get on that? Maybe I bring that out as reference. Where is that? Where did I put that thing? Yeah, the Gundam Wing 30th anniversary. You guys hype about that? It looks really good. The animation looks insane. I think there's some debacle about what storyline it's gonna be. Some people think it's gonna be a Wing remake. Some people think it's gonna be that one manga that never got translated or something. Okay, I will say that when I globbed on the primer, it is flaking off a little bit in certain areas, so just be careful if you are using a paint on primer to, you know, make sure that you're not putting on too much. It's a news story between Endless Waltz and Frozen Teardrop. Yeah, Frozen Teardrop is that manga that I was talking about. Oh. I don't know what color what is supposed to be, so I'm just kind of painting a bunch of things white. You guys usually, when you paint miniatures, do you have like an idea of what you want, or do you kind of just like start painting and then adjust as you go? Do they have like a tool that has like a 3D model on a website where you can like press colors like a 90s video game, and it'll tell you like what color you have to buy to achieve a certain result? Usually just start painting unless I'm doing multiple of the same scheme. There's a DIY wash technique. Oh, I did forget to buy the wash, so maybe we could try that, but I'm kind of scared. I'm scared to experiment because I'm new. I feel like if you're new, experimentation's not the game. It's you stick to what everyone else does, and the experienced people who know what they're doing, they can experiment, you know? Definitely helps to visualize the finished minion in your mind's eye first. Thanks. Thanks for that. Why don't you just go and tell the class, huh? That you're just trying to make fun of me for having aphantasia, huh? This is ableism, chat. Get him. Cancel his ass. I'm writing the twit longer as we speak. Yeah. I hope you're ready, Baden Lily. I'll have you know, I have an army of clipmates to sick on you. Isn't it crazy when like influencers do something and their fans just go apeshit and just start like flaming people without understanding the full situation? Isn't it crazy to flame somebody without understanding the full situation or being involved? The internet is a scary place. I think I'm too old for the internet. It's the way of the internet. Back in my day, we called it minding your own goddamn business. Okay. So. We're going to let the white dry. And whilst the white dries, we're going to open some packs. Maybe we open like one pack in between each layer. That way it keeps us motivated. You know what I mean? Each color, we open one pack. Because we have like 4 groups of colors. So I think that'll be perfect. And I'll also look for my Strike MGSD. I think I just need to finish his wings. Where is he? Is he not here? I don't know where he is. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna look for him. 1 second. He's not the Strike, he's the Freedom, whatever. They're basically the same thing. We'll put him aside as reference and let's crack open a cold one. Our very first new type rising pack. Pray for me. Pray for me. Alright, here we go. What do I want? I kind of want to build Zaku's because it's like a swarm deck and I think that's fun. We got the Gog! Look at him. Alright, this is a lot of cards. We got a Zaku too. We got a, what the fuck is this? A Rezel? Path to victory or defeat. We got this guy who I don't remember. Oh, we got an Astray! I've talked about this before, but some of my favorite mobile suits are the Astray line. Vanilla, thank you so much for the super. I wish to apologize to people with aphantasia. I need a ukulele performance from you. I can't take you seriously otherwise. But thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Which color is Stray? I like the red one. I also like the blue one. I just like all the Stray Gundams. The Kusanagi. I don't know what this is from. I don't remember what the Kusanagi's from. How do you say the name? His name? Yazak. Yazak. We got a Zex Leo. Midair modifications. Ooh! We got a foil Blitz Gundam. Are foils guaranteed in a pack? It doesn't look very foil because my light is a little too bright here. But it is indeed foil. No texture, but it is foil. Foil Blitz Gundam looks very cool. Whoa! Isn't this really good? Isn't this really good? LR? I don't know anything in what's in these fucking packs, by the way. The Wing Zero? This looks sick. Time to build a wing deck. This looks really cool. I know there's a Wing Zero alt art too, but I don't know if this is the alt art or the regular one. I'm assuming the alt art doesn't look like this, so. Wow, it looks really cool. It's textured. You can't really see it because the light is so bright. I changed the lighting setup because it's not good for TCGs, but this is good for model kit building. You can sort of see the texture on there. Very cool. Very good pull. And we got a resource. But have you guys gotten your Limina Alteri resources? That's the real question. Okay, I think we can crack 2 packs. Because of how many colors we have. And because 1 pack is boring. Plus cards are Alteri. Gotcha. $30 on TCG Player. Let's go. Getting our money back. We got the Zaku Mariner. Underwater Zaku. Rashid's Maganak. Duo's Leo. Zizulu. Look at his cute little claws. So cute. He definitely doesn't have a decapitated head hanging off of it or anything. Ooh! We got Bob's Dilanza. Got a Strike Gundam. A Gira Zulu. The Daryl Baldy. This is also from Ariel. Or from Witch from Mercury. I really like this. Was one of my favorite designs too. The ZNO. I don't even know how you say that. Is it ZNO? The Gamma. Yeah, we got both of Bob's stuff. We got the Sandrock. Art's really cool. Is this normal? Do all the packs have LRs in them? I got excited. I thought we got something good, but are these just like guaranteed? I do love the Banshee, Unicorn Banshee. You guys know I love the Unicorn Gundam a lot. And we do love Banshee Destroy Mode. It's one of my favorites. Pretty sure you guys know that. I mean, it's so edgy. Come on. Foil is guaranteed. LR is not. Very lucky. How many LRs in a box? Like, is it like a triple rare in Vanguard? And we got a stinky regular EX resource. Streamer luck. You guys know I never get streamer luck, except for gacha games. Really cool pools so far. I really didn't think I was gonna get anything, so I didn't even prepare. Oh, I have some emergency sleeves. Okay. I'm really happy about the Banshee. I didn't know that they had Unicorn Gundam in this set at all, actually. Choose 12 cards from your trash, return them to the owner's deck and shuffle it. If you do, set this unit as active. It gains first strike during its turn. Is it restanding? When you attack, it restands. And you get to recycle 12 cards in your trash. It's like a stall deck. You wait for your opponent to deck you out. These are both really cool though. I'm really happy about these. I don't know if these are rare or not, but I'm happy. Okay. We're gonna kind of use this as like a general frame of reference. Because I think ultimately I kind of want it to look like the Limina vibe. And I want to do like, I want to change all the blues to my blue, my like gray blue. And then have all of the reds stay red. And then I also have this really bright blue that we can use for things like the yellow. That's like my current vibe. That's what I'm going for. Okay, and that's the plan. That's the plan, man. All right, let's put them over here. We have them as reference. Okay, so next color we should go for then is probably like slate blue. Yeah, so I have, okay, what colors I have, I'll show you. I have a silver, Karsharodon gray, which is going to be like all the little gray parts. And then I have black, which is Death Reaper. And then I have two blues, which is like a gray blue. We have Wolf Gray and Cold Corpse Blue. The guy in the shop told me usually he recommends just buying two colors So like one is like an accent. Oh, he said to start with a dark one and then you highlight on top of it. Wait, which one am I doing first? Wait, I should do black first because I feel like black is... It's more forgiving to paint on top of black. So let's do black first. What's going on over there? What's happening? I hear craziness. Ugh! Too old for this, you guys. Too old for this. Oh, it's dripping! It's the pre-cum! I mean, what? I mean, something else. I don't know. Not cum. I didn't say that. Yeah. Anyway. Let's start out with the bottom of his feet. Feet for free. Yes, chat, for free. Good thing I'm on my earphones. I just put me on my phone speaker. I don't know why you would do that. I don't know why you would ever think that this stream is a speaker safe stream. It's almost like I just talked about pre-cum right now. I trusted you. That was your first mistake. I like to live life on the edge. Okay. I'm realizing that this guy and this guy on the box are completely different. That's okay. You can't see because I'm locking in, you guys. Okay, wait, I can move it. But now it's just you just see my crotch here though. I feel like an old person. I feel like I need like a microscope. Not uncommon for painters to have magnifying glasses. I can see why. Okay. His torso bit. I paint his nipples. I need to move the mic. I need to move it because my head is like on the ground. Oh, it's getting everywhere. I'll have to just repaint those bits white. Okay. Okay, this is not going. This is not happening. I think I put too much water on it. Ugh. I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna repaint all the white stuff white, so I don't kill myself over trying to be super accurate on this. Because the brush is just big enough that it's, as you can see, getting everywhere. I'm not a very accurate painter, so... I'm like holding my breath while I'm doing this. Have any of you guys bought Gundam TCG stuff? It's been pretty impossible. Pretty freaking impossible to buy it. Everyone's complaining. All the LGSs got allocated, so not looking good. I think this is a problem with like new games nowadays. It's like all the scalpers see new games and they don't care what it is, they'll just buy it. Anonymous! Thank you for the 333. Don't know. If you want to do one in pink, the one with the backpack with wings, rifle, and shield, the L-Strike backpack is the Strike Rogue Gundam. It's... Oh, it's piloted by Kagari. Thank you for the dono. Yeah, I really wanted to... No, what I was meaning by the pink one, by the way, which I like the Ale... Is it the Ale Strike Gundam as well? But what I was talking about is, have you guys seen those, like, people who make bedazzled Gundams? With, like, frill, like, lace and, like, ribbon and stuff. It's mainly this one, like, content creator that does them. But I love her Gundam stuff so much. Puts like big old fabric ribbons on them and stuff. It's very goofy. Yeah, the one with the gems. Yeah, the bedazzled one. This black is like really dark black. I thought it was gonna be like a bit of a grayer black, but it is a very black, which is not a bad thing necessarily. I probably should have started with this though, because all my white areas are getting completely ruined. But that's okay. This is crotch. His crotch is darkness. Shrouding his crotch in darkness. I must have a really fucking tiny brush to be able to... Ugh. The guy at the store told me that he had painted... He showed me one of the minis that he was painting and he was like, I painted this entire one with this brush, so I think you don't need to buy multiple brushes, you can just buy this one. What he didn't realize is that I am really fucking bad at this. Yeah, maybe you can do it, but... This is... I'm on the struggle bus, Captain. Did it look good? I think so. I have no way to like gauge what a good painted mini looks like. I mean, it didn't look bad, so I'm assuming it was good, right? I think I went too black for this black, but that's okay. Wait, this isn't magic? I changed it when you first mentioned it. Unless you're not talking about Magic the Gathering anymore. Magic was fun. I like playing the Final Fantasy decks. That was fun. That was a good time. When do they start gathering the magic? Good question. Do I want to just paint that in gray? Maybe I want to do it in gray. I feel like the black is a little blacker than I was hoping for it to be, so I'm gonna hold off on the black for now. It's still the same? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, give me a second. I changed it! Oh, you're right. I didn't change the title. Oops. There we go. I changed the activity, you're right. I've substituted dark near black, blue, or gray for black often when painting. Yeah, the black is like a little too black, I think. Doesn't look quite right. Okay. Should I go in with the gray first or the blue first? I think we go in with the dark blue first. And then we can go in with the gray. Okay. What are you eating? What is this? Oh, I'm substituting the blue. Okay, this is like really dark. That's okay. We have a highlight color, so I'm assuming that even though this is really dark, the highlight color will be brighter. Praying. Sorry, I'm off camera again. I'm locking in. Okay, I have a random question, chat. You know in like porn, not in porn, but in hentai, you know how like, you know how sometimes they'll draw the inside? Like the ones that have X-ray tag. Do you think that the artists are like, have to like do like internal, like they have to look at like internal anatomy, like look at like colonoscopies and stuff like that to figure out how to draw that? Or do you think they just make it up? If you're a doctor and you've seen the inside of someone's hoo-ha, can you confirm if that's real or if they're just making it up? Is it not a colonoscopy? Is it a... How else would you say that? A colonoscopy? That sounds ridiculous. You're not telling me that it's a colonoscopy. Colonoscopy? It's industry standard. Do they need references anymore? I mean... Yeah, but who is standardizing the industry? That's what I want to know. Like, especially the ones where like... You know, like the ones where like the guy's like pee-pee is like quote-unquote kissing the womb? Is that even physically possible? Have you guys ever thought about that? Does that ever take you out? Have you ever like been at the point where you're about to blow a load and you just like stop and you're like, wait, is this even real? Is this even real life? That's how this works. When they do womb penetration, yeah, like that's like, does it work like that? Can that happen? Would you just die? Would you just die? I feel like you might die. If that actually happened. Right? Surely. Feels like it would be painful. I typically don't think that hard when I goon. You're like a monkey. You're like goon. You're just like doing a, you know, you're going back to your primal instincts. I think when I'm gooning, I get too realistic about stuff, and if it feels too like real or painful, like I actually can't read it. But that might just be the aphantasia talking to. Wow, this is way darker than I thought it would be, I'm not gonna lie. Now the primer is flaking off here. But like I said, I don't really blame the primer. I feel like it's more of the brush that I was using. But I think we'll really know when I do the other one. I think that's why I prefer hentai over real porn. First of all, I don't like looking at real people, and then second of all, I think it's just like, it's too real. I'm just like taken out of it completely. I guess that's why I don't really mind like cam girls as much, because it's like, feels like they're just like chilling usually, doing their own thing, they're just gooning. Okay, this paint is looking a lot more green than blue. Which, a little worried about, but we've only just begun. Maybe it will subvert my expectations. I need to buy a Tenga. I need to see if Leah is right. Tenga sponsorship when? Put it on Throne? Putting a Tenga on Throne would... I'm pretty sure that would make me like categorized into like a lewd tuber, like an actual lewd tuber. You know, I wonder genuinely if I will not get certain sponsorship opportunities because I'm just so out of pocket sometimes. What did Leah say about Tenga? Not that Leah, different Leah. Leah Asimov. She was saying that it's a really good stim toy. I did put the other stim toy on Roan. You guys did get that for me, thank you. It hasn't arrived yet though. I don't think it's shipped out yet at all. It's very annoying because I would like it like right now. This looks green. Looking more green. It's looking greener by the minute. Actually, now it just all looks gray. Jast sponsorship. I did message a hentai gaming website about a sponsorship, but they never got back to me. But I'm probably too small fry right now to get big boy sponsorships. We'll get back there eventually. I think like if a random person looks at my channel right now, they're like, who the fuck is this person? And why are they asking for a sponsorship? They're like a new VTuber. Why would we sponsor a brand new VTuber? You know? I get it. Okay. It looks green and it dries really dark. I don't know if you can really see. On camera there's more of a difference, but in person it's really hard to tell. Did you rechart as glitch stars? Eventually, but not right now. Hopefully after you debut you'll have a better chance of getting sponsors. Yeah, I'm hopeful. What color is this back? Aren't the backpacks usually like black or gray? I can't tell what's black and what's this dark gray anymore. It all looks the same. It looked much more different on the color chart, but that's okay. Trying to stick my brush in that tiny hole. Yeah, that sounded way sussier than I was actually intending. Oh, I forgot to paint his hands. What are you eating? I don't know what I'm gonna paint the... I'm gonna paint the sword now. Like what color to use. Oh, I did get a sponsor, a mini one. A mini sponsor offer. That hopefully I can share with you guys soon. Oh god. Do tell? Well, I can't tell you yet, but hopefully soon. Just a little one. That'll be fun. There are some changes that are happening in regards to my debut circumstance with Glitch Stars. It's nothing that really impacts you guys, but once it happens, you might have like, why didn't you just do this? Or how come you didn't get to do this? Or whatever. Don't worry about it too much. Like, I hope you guys know that I'm like in... It may seem as many things, and I just try to be like extra transparent because you guys know, first of all, I really like to be transparent, and second of all, I feel like so much assumption happens in this space if you're not super transparent about things, so I try to be where I can be without breaking rules or stepping on toes, you know? Obviously transparency comes at a certain cost, so... But there's some circumstances that are going to change, and it's not that big of a deal. I'm happy with the way that things are, and you might think, well, why weren't you doing that, or how come you couldn't do this or that? And I hope you all know that it's okay. Nothing bad is going on, and if it was, I would tell you, and I would, you know, or I'd leave or whatever, but it's all fine. All is good. All is good. Yeah, everything's fine, but still debuting, don't worry. Still joining Glitch Stars, don't worry. Nothing on that front is changing. And still very excited to be joining. But yeah, sometimes certain things are not really in anyone's control. I don't blame anyone for that. I don't think everything has to be the fault of somebody, right? Sometimes it's just the fault of the circumstance. The stars are just not aligned for certain things, or, you know. It's really not anything bad, so I hope that, like, by saying this, I'm making it worse. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I know you guys generally trust that if I had a problem or if something happened that I would tell you guys, and I'd be really upfront about it, especially now that I'm indie. And for me, that's like a really, really important thing. And it still is, but yeah. I just know that the space right now is a little crazy. There's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of, like, you know, finger pointing, and I just don't want you guys to jump to any of that. How's painting going? Very difficult. Mr. Allen, have you ever participated in the painting of miniatures? I rarely react until I get all the info. I completely do understand reacting though. Like, I don't blame anyone for reacting or jumping to conclusions. I think it's kind of like, you know, like how the way that it goes is like, everyone has mean and evil and nasty thoughts, but the people who say them out loud are assholes. And the ones who keep them to themselves are nice people. It's like the same rule in my opinion. It's like, you know, everyone's gonna speculate and think things and whatever. It's just like how you express that and how you are like engaging with those things. That is what makes you like a good person versus a bad person. Not to say that you're a bad person if you're reacting to things. I just mean in general. I was thinking about getting into it with my D&D group. Man, if you have a D&D group, for sure. I mean, I don't know jack shit about it, so. But it seems really cool, and I would love, like, if people around me were into it, and... You know. Okay, so this is also a lot darker than what I was expecting. Not gonna lie. Okay, so I don't know how this works. I'm assuming I just paint over it. And then just keep all the detail in the shadow. To give it like a more three-dimensional look. Is that what I'm going for? I think I put too much water though, so we're gonna have to probably go in with another coat. Hello, painting, thank you. Like that? Something like that? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, chat. It's really not as bright as I thought it would be. Wow, the camera makes it look so bright. It's really not that bright. I know on the camera it looks really different and really bright. Surprised more people aren't in this hobby. Feels like a very COVID hobby. Mini painting or Gundam Assemble? Well, Gundam Assemble just came out, so I understand that. But yeah, mini painting or like just miniatures in general. Keyboards were your COVID hobby? Oh, speaking of which, you just reminded me I have to decide on what crazy keyboard I'm gonna get, you guys. My weird keyboard scenario. Not scenario, situation. My situation. I don't know why this whole area got like chipped. Oh, maybe this was touching the thing. They like leaned it down. I didn't let it dry long enough, maybe. Yeah, I should have done this one with the darker one first, but I kind of want to see what it'll look like without the dark because all the dark stuff looks really dark. Surprise, surprise. It looks way darker than I thought it would be though, to be fair. Can't see it again. I'm moving it over. I'm a big fan of the wolf gray blues. Yeah, it's a really... It looks a lot brighter without the undertone. Wow, it looks so bright in the camera. It really isn't that bright in person. Feels really dark, actually. This is freaking hard. I'm just gonna do this and I'll paint the blade last. Wow, the difference with this one without the dark coat underneath versus the one that has the dark coat underneath is really stark. We are learning how the paints work with each other. And that's why your primer color, I guess, is so important. Oh! See, look at the tone difference. I mean, both look pretty bright in your guys' perspective, but they're both very dark in my point of view. How the frick do you paint this? Oh my god. I'm like not breathing. Whew, okay. Well, the sword color things, I kind of wish the other parts were this bright too, but I think because I used that darker wash underneath it, they are being very, very muted out a bit here. I'm hoping the second coat will kind of bring back the color, but I think it may be late. Too late to apologize. Too late. Wow, it looks so bright. I wish it was actually that bright. Oh, my back is starting to hurt. Alright, Granny's back is starting to hurt. Yeah, I'm literally shrimping. Because I'm trying to like get it in camera and I'm also trying to like look at it really closely. Alright, I think that means it's pack break time. Pack break, pack break, pack break. Got 2 more packs. Pack break. Well, we technically have 4 more packs, but for now we're gonna open 2 more. More LRs? That'll be crazy. I think it's Jover though. I think we sapped all the luck we could already for this, so I don't have much faith. We have McCuve. Duos Leo. G Sky Easy. The Zoot. Ooh, Liburisu. Liburisu is cool. Oh, okay. I heard this one's really good. Signs of Revolution, because it is a draw 1 burst, I guess, right? Is it this one that's good? I don't remember. This one is really good. Draw 2, discard 1. We fucking love Lacus Klein as well. It's so cute. I'm really glad we got this card. This is like apparently like everyone needs a 4 of in their decks. So, I mean Lacus. Yeah, you're right. Not Lacus. Lacus. Lotto. Uh-oh. First contact. Oh, we got this one in the beta box, actually. I think we got the other one in our beta box, too. Bandage your links. We got a foil intercept orders. Gross. The birthday invite. And we got a rare foil Dazzle Zabby. Gross. But it is a Zaku card, so maybe it's not textured. The foiling is really nice. Ooh! We got the Freedom Gundam resource. This one's really nice. Yeah. Ooh, the foiling is really nice. Okay. Not a hit, but that's okay. We got the Lacus, so that's all that matters, apparently. Ah! A Rizel. Wing Gundam. Din. Very cute looking guy. Focus. Focus. Please. 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 There we go. Pisces? I didn't know there was a MS called Pisces. Rashid's Orders? Cancer? What, they have all the zodiacs? Strategic Arms? 6 cost to deal 2. Oh, to all? I guess it's a board clear. Securing the supply line. It's a Haunts! The Bukyu. All the enemy grunts in the wing are zodiacs? I don't even remember that. The Bukyu. Bukyu. Very cute. Beyond Remnant Forces? It's a Buppers! We got Zamazeta or whatever the fuck that Pokemon's name is. We got the Buppers! Lagao. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's cute. And we got Charizard too. Unfortunately, nothing crazy. And we got the Wing Gundam resource. That's really nice too. We got dog Gundams. Yeah. It's called Lego. Lego. I've never seen Dog Gundam before, but he's very cute. He's probably a really good boy. Probably a really, really good boy. Charizard 2 is good? Okay, that's good. Alright. Back to this nonsense. I kind of want to put down all the base colors first, and then we'll fix things, I think. I think that's where I am at right now. Because we have a lot of mistakes, but we'll fix it. But we're gonna just put down the base ones first. I think I just need to get an idea of like what everything's gonna even look like, you know? Okay, I'll try not to shrimp as much. Try is the key word here. Wowee, that is brighto. This is kind of what the sword is looking like. It's looking a little silly, but that's okay. Looking a little pool noodle-y, but... Why you don't let the person with aphantasia pick colors? Oh, jeez. That was very difficult to paint. Okay, I guess that's really it for the yellow bits. I guess his eyes, but I don't know if I can... Right, I got in there, but we gotta clean it up a little bit. Oh, his eyes, please. Camera? 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 There we go. Okay. I kind of want to do a second coat on the sword, but it doesn't look like it's fully dry yet anyway, so... We're gonna go back to this blue, because it's looking pretty dry now. I put too much water on it again. Oh, this is the wrong blue, isn't it? I think that's the darker blue. Okay. Maybe I just make his shoes blue as well. I think I might just make his shoes blue. This time I didn't put enough water. Oh, sorry, I'm locked in. I'm not chatting, I'm just locked in. Bonzi peed on my beanbag. I've been wanting to tell you guys this story. I have a beanbag chair, and Bonzi peed on it. And it was horrible, because I thought... Okay, I can wash the cover of the beanbag chair, that's no problem. And then what I'll do is the inside part where all the beans are, I'll just... Surely all the beans are inside of like a mesh bag. I'll just take the mesh bag out and I'll just wash that cover as well. And try to take out the beans that got covered in piss. But the problem is that my beanbag is not a normal beanbag. It is not beans that are in there. It is foam. A bunch of like pieces of foam. And I thought that's fine. It's foam. It'll be in a bag. I open the zip I open the zipper. It is not in a bag. It's just loose foam inside this thing. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll just dump out all the foam onto like a... onto, like, you know, a trash bag or something. And I looked at the amount of foam, and I looked at the beanbag, and I looked at the trash bag, and I was like, okay, it's not gonna fit. So I was like, you know what I could do? I could just put all of it in, like, the bathtub. I was like, I'll just put all the foam in the bathtub, and then I'll just, like, scoop the foam back into the bag after it's washed. And if you guys know anything about cat pee, it really gets in there, so I really had to wash the inside, too. And so I was like, okay, I'll just scoop up the thing, and I'll just throw it in the bathtub. So I start emptying this thing into the bathtub, and it was a shit show because the foam, there was too much foam, so it started to overflow out of the bathtub. And this fucking company that made these bean bags used foam that was like, I guess they used like leftover foam. So some of the foam is like, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It was like micro pieces of foam. So not just like big chunks of foam. It was like tiny pieces of foam, like a millimeter piece of foam we're talking. And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna clean all this? And it was clinging onto everything. It was flying everywhere. It was usually filled with BB size, so that's what I thought it would be. But mine wasn't. Mine was like just foam scraps. I guess for them to, like, you know, save on cost of foam. It was horrible. You guys don't understand, it was an insane amount of foam. And it was like so much like foam bits just flying around I was like, this is it, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. How big was the beanbag? It fit, so it was like this beanbag that's supposed to turn into a mattress. And let's just say the mattress is queen sized. Okay, the details are coming together. There's a lot of mistakes though. If it's that big, I'd also crash out. I was like in delirium. I was like cracking up at the situation and like about to cry at the same time because I was so stressed out. What happened? My cat peed on my beanbag and I had to do beanbag surgery and it was really insane. It was just everywhere, the fucking foam bits, because like I said, they were just like, they were so small, they would fly around and I was so scared that my cats would like ingest them. Yeah, we're just kind of like going like I'm going like I'm going free hand mode right now. We're just going crazy. If I see issues, I'm just fixing it like on the spot. Anything a cat pees on is total loss in my experience. I'm allergic to cats though. It's really hard to get cat pee out, but luckily it wasn't too terrible. I was quite worried that it would just be a lost cause and I would just have to throw away the beanbag, which I was actually kind of okay with. But Rumi-chan was like, remember how much you spent on this beanbag? And I was like, shit, you're right. It was kind of an expensive beanbag, wasn't it? That's okay, we salvaged it, and actually I think it's fine. It feels like it survived all of the craziness, despite it being extremely crazy. Seems to be in tip-top shape again. It does not smell like cat piss. What do you guys think so far? I think he's looking quite like the Stray Gundam actually now. Ironically. Or maybe that was my mastermind plan all along. Kinda wish the grays were a little bit brighter, but that's okay. I'm really only using a dot of this red. Like I'm performing surgery. Oh my god, his face is so freaking tiny. Okay, the red is really nice. It really pops in that sea of blue. And we also have our gray here. He has the color palette. I put all my Mecha Break guys in. I want to play Mecha Break. My wrist has been so fucked. I bought my vertical mouse today. Thank you everyone for your generous donations. That's where your money goes. How's it working out for you? I bought it today, so it hasn't arrived yet. I think it'll arrive sometime next week. I bought it off the Logitech site. So where do I even want to put this gray? I don't even know where to put this. I guess I could have it. Usually on the back of the leg, it's gray, right? I guess this one doesn't have it. Sorry, it's off camera because it's I guess that doesn't have to be off camera. I can just move my camera's moving further and further away. It doesn't quite work like regular Gundam, that's okay. I was like, will it work if I do this? But it does not. Okay. I colored part of his backpack silver. I want to make the handle silver. Uh-oh. I'm making a mess. I think there was too much paint. Okay. I think now we can go in with the white again. Alright, it's time for the white one more time. Actually, maybe we do the black first again. Because there were some black parts that I want to redo as well. Maybe I already redid all of them with the gray. Oh, I wanted to do the underside of the foot. Okay. Okay, now it's white time. My headphones are falling off my head. Raindrops are falling on my head. I'm really not good at multitasking, you guys. Okay, now we go back in with the white. And we're gonna clean. Which means it has to be pretty concise. The white also, I feel like might be too bright. I should have gotten like a secondary. Yeah, this part you guys are not seeing because I'm trying to be really clean with it. And I'm putting it really close to my face. Hey, look at how clean we made it. My eyes are not good enough to, you know, not put it directly into my face. My eyes will literally start going out of focus if I stare at this too long. There's like contests for miniatures too, right? How like often do they have contests? Is it kind of like the Gunpla contests? I'm concentrating too hard, you guys. This is the content I crave, me just painting in silence. Yes. Either someone's neighbor got a new dog, or there's like a lost dog outside. I just keep hearing like a dog barking outside that I haven't heard before. Okay, honestly, it doesn't look great, but it doesn't look horrible. I think not having the wash really is making it look a little play-doughy, you know what I mean? It's looking a little play-doughy, but it's probably because it's not lined. I don't have a wash. I could try to line it. His last words. Wait, I didn't paint this. What's tabletop quality? What's considered tabletop quality? I'm trying to line his legs, but honestly, it's not looking good. Left is lined, right is unlined. Probably unlined, huh? Maybe I can line it and then I can paint on top of it with white. Am I going too extra here? I just think it looks a little play-doh-y is all. Allow myself to be a Honestly, it looks kind of good when it was watery. I guess that's what it means by like the wash, right? Okay. I'm understanding, chat. I'm learning. Okay, okay. Oh my lord. I'm really, really focusing here. We're getting there, we're getting there. I feel like it looks much more defined already. Right? Okay, I think this is pretty good. Okay. The energy part being part of the sword, will you be changing that to pink or another color? I was trying to go for like a translucent blue. Oh, I guess this part isn't supposed to be an energy beam. I was trying to make the energy beam like a cool translucent blue, which is why I picked this very bright blue color, but I don't think it really quite came across. Let's make the tip metal. Yeah. There's this like, I recently haven't been able to sleep unless I play something in the background, which actually helps a lot. I highly recommend if you have insomnia because you think too much and it's like your depression / anxiety, I do highly recommend trying out listening to like there's like some YouTube videos that are like boring history to fall asleep to, but I like to listen to stuff that I'm interested in. So if there's like some kind of like, I don't know, like cults of like, you know, Egyptian cults, stuff like that, I will play it. And I think when I start like listening to that and I start concentrating on it, I actually do fall asleep. Like 8 hours of failed Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes, don't feed his ego. You're gonna summon dual logs. Is that what you want? Is that what you want, chat? I will say, I think it is really nice to have dual. Don't tell him I said this. Don't tell him I said this, but sometimes it's nice to have dual logs in chat because it does feel like that's rarer than you would think it is. I know for some people they're like, oh my god, management in chat, like they're like watching. That's scary. I'm like, well, what are you hiding? What do you have to hide? Like, I like, you know, it's fine. I don't mind if they watch. I want it to dry. It buffered? What did you say? What did I say? I don't know. What did I say? I said, sometimes it's nice to have logs in chat, but don't tell him I said that. Because it really does feel like he cares. Like, he cares enough to stop by and watch stream and check in to see how you're doing, even if he's kind of a troll half the time and people get annoyed. But, I think it really shows that he cares about his talents, and he basically almost equally shows up to everybody's streams. And I think that's really impressive. And I know he always jokes about having a lot of free time, but he doesn't. He works a lot. And he does a lot for the company and also for his own stuff. And honestly, it was like... It's like, if you genuinely, if you support his channels, you're almost directly funding Glitch Stars. Because he pays basically almost everything out of his own pocket too. Any expenses and stuff come out of his own pocket. And that's mostly generated by his like content, right? So I know we like to joke and give him shit, but I try to give credit where credit is due, and I think that, you know, while he can be very annoying in chat sometimes, he means well, and he really is putting a lot of effort to be a good CEO, and I appreciate him for that. And I think he does what he does because he cares, so... Have some of the Glitch Stars talents narrating some of the videos. I should tell that to him. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't agree to it though. Ironically, I think more than you think people would probably not agree to it. Even if he was okay with it and wanted it to happen. Good thing I like Yu-Gi-Oh! As a friend group of mine, I suppose friend group of mine when I mentioned that Locke started a VTuber company, they know there's WoW content. No, actually one of my coworkers also knows him from his WoW content, which is really random of all the things to know dual logs from, is actually from WoW. And I was like, oh yeah, like he has a VTuber company. My coworker was like, what the fuck? He has a VTuber I mean, I don't think he really lets that, like, doesn't really push that in his own content, right? Which is good. He, like, separates it. Alright, I think the metal tip is looking snazzy. Alright, we're almost done. I'm gonna wait for some of this paint to dry, go over with it just a little bit. And there's a couple spots, yeah, I want to go over with in white. What the fuck? Where did white get on there? That's not good. This feels nebulous. I feel like I'll just find mistakes for hours. Oh, I did send Emery her deck. So that should be arriving to her fairly soon. So hopefully she and I can do a collab for that. Oh, that's the wrong color, isn't it? Yeah, I'll teach her how to play, but you guys can also teach me how to play because I've only kind of like learned once. I don't really remember. I mean, I tried reading the manual and figuring it out the other day, but I don't even have anyone to play with, so... Well, I have a teammate, but he, his girlfriend got a new cat, so they've been busy. He's like really the only person I play with TCGs with anymore. I wish I had one shade lighter of this gray. I did debate on getting it, but I didn't get it. And I'm kind of wishing I got it. But I think, honestly, I'm not mad. I think we did a decent job. Just spend time with their cat child, yeah. That they have named Gojo. Their cat named Gojo. Well, it's her cat, not his cat, but you know what I mean. Same thing. He's looking pretty snazzy. All right, let's put him. Well, I have to put on the top coat thing, but for now. There he is on a base. Yeah, I put this back. Looks pretty good. I'd say for my first stab at it, not bad. I wish the color was a little brighter, but I can't complain. We have 2 more, so we can, you know, improve as we go on. But this is what the back looks like. I like my shitty panel lining. I think it actually brought a lot of life and made it less Play-Doh-y. Even though if it's a little messy. It's nice because if it's messy, just say it's battle damage. Okay. Very cool. Let's see. What is this? How does this work? Does it have instructions? No. It just says technical storm shield. I think this primer is about dry, but I'm gonna still wait for tomorrow because it's, let's wait 24 hours. And maybe we can start painting this one tomorrow. We haven't even built our last one yet. Alright. Paint on top coat. I'm assuming I just dip my thing into the well, right? I'm sure this is also much better if you can just spray paint it, but I don't have anywhere to spray paint. I really did think about like, okay, what if I just made a little like cardboard box thing on my balcony? I wouldn't mind doing it like in the garage area or something. But I'm kind of worried that someone will yell at me. And as you guys know, my management kind of already hates me. So whatever I can do to get them to not hate me, I will take because I just renewed my lease. I don't want to, you know. Top coat looks like coom. I'm jizzing all over my gunpla. Coated by a top. Just the way I like it. My friend's apartment has like a separate station for spray painting. And I've never needed that until right now. I was like, why would anyone ever need a spray painting station? But now I know. I have that exact need. I hope ventilation is good in that room. I just passed by. I don't know what it's like inside. I would imagine so, right? It's a spray painting room. Like, surely it must be well ventilated. Surely. I go outside to spray paint. I think I'm just worried because all of my outside areas are like shared with other people in the apartment complex, and I feel like I will get in trouble. Like I said, my management already hates me, so. A spray booth. Countertop type spray booth is what I got. Vent out a window or into a water and filter bucket. I unfortunately don't think I have space for something like that. It'd have to be my desk, and my window is kind of weird in this apartment where I actually don't think I could ventilate through it because it has like a mosquito thing and it's not very can't remove it, I don't think. Okay, I'll let it dry on here. He's looking a little shinier. Does your management hate you because you're 4 cats? No, they hate me because I've just had a lot of things go wrong. And I will ask them, why is this going wrong? Or can you fix this? And they'll be like, why are you causing problems? It's because you did this. And I'm like, I didn't do that. And they'll be like, well, there's no reason why it would be to be doing that unless you did this. And I'm like, okay, well. Or like, for example, when I moved here, my neighbor gave me a referral thing, and it was a verbal agreement, and then the person who gave us the verbal agreement got like changed jobs or got fired or something. And then but they were like, oh, after X amount of months you can claim the referral. So X amount of months pass, and then I message them and I go, hey, X amount of months have passed, can I get my referral bonus? And they were like, there's no referral bonus. They're like, what referral bonus? And I was like, well, the guy when we signed told us that we get like $500. And then they were like, that's not true. Where are the receipts? And I was like, well, he told us orally. And yeah, anyway, stuff like that. And they were like, well, we can't give it to you because there was no written agreement. And I kept fighting for it because it's $500 that I was promised I would get if I signed on to this apartment that they're not giving me. Anyway, I never got the $500 and now they hate me. So, you know, lesson learned. Better keep receipts for that kind of stuff. I mean, like, I would think that if I'm getting hired and the guy who's like, or not hired, when I'm like moving in, the guy who's like moving me in tells me that, like, I had no reason to doubt that that was just their entire building's policy. But yeah, now I know. Now I know to get everything in writing. I have learned my lesson. But yeah, there was that. And then there was like one time, somehow I accidentally sent a package to the wrong unit. And it was this whole kerfuffle of trying to get it. And you guys know me, I have like really weird hours, so I couldn't like pick it up in the office. And then they got mad at me because they kept holding it at the office for me. And I told them multiple times, I said, you could just leave it at my door. Just leave it at my door, it's fine. I don't think anyone's gonna steal it, and if they do, it's like not that big of a deal, but I'd prefer if you just left it at my door. And they wouldn't leave it at my door. So I was like, okay, like I don't know what you want me to do. Like my work schedule or my sleep schedule, whatever, like I can't match it to when you guys are open, and I can't seem to pick it up. And then there was like a whole other thing where like they were changing our like key fobs. Anyway, there's just like so many little things like this where something would happen. I'd message them and be like, hey, can you do it like this? Or why is it like this? And then they would just, yeah, anyway. I guess his dong, I didn't really paint it very well. Now I'm looking at it, but it's okay. Everything is sealed now. We have put on a top coat. There's no going back. This is just it. But honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. I am sad about the choice of colors because I do think the color choice is not quite what I was hoping for. But I think, you know, we're learning and we'll pick better colors as time goes on. And I won't have to buy like 700 colors, so, you know. It's pretty good, I would say. Pretty good. Better than my first mini. It's okay. I think I have a slight buff from building so much Gunpla and also from going to art school. So honestly, I should be better, but I'm not a very detail-oriented person. I'm very much like a good enough, just get it finished kind of person, so. The colors, at least from my screen, look like this color scheme model. That was what I was going for! So if you got that, that's great, because that's exactly what I wanted. See, but if you compare it to like my hair, it's a little dark. I wish it was a little lighter. I think this is more accurate right now. This color is a little more accurate to real life, even though it looks really dark. I know for you guys, it's like, wow, it's so bright and it's so blue, but it's more like this color for me. It looks more like this. This looks more photorealistic. Big fan of the sword. I'm glad you like. Yeah, I feel like the laser parts don't really look like laser though. It needed to be a little brighter, maybe. Maybe I could have mixed it with white, but the guy told me not to mix it with white. Anyway, looks pretty good. Thanks. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Can't wait to use it in my Gundam TCG game. Oh, speaking of which, we actually have... We actually have 2 more packs that we can open. It's ripping time. I think we've used all our luck though. We got 2 LRs. I think our luck is gone. Alright, we got Duos Leo again. We got Zizulu. We got Bob. Strike Gundam, Rezel, Wing Gundam. All of these we've seen before. We haven't seen the Launcher Strike Gundam. G Fighter, very cutie. Rick Dom, very cute. Is that a shiny? I don't think I've gotten any shinies yet. I think the shinies are at the very back. Ooh, we got the Ariel. I think we got this one in the beta box. And we got a foil Blitz Gundam. Foiling looks really shiny and really nice. I know it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, you can see a little bit better there. And we got... Are you guys sure LRs aren't in every pack? I mean, we got 1 pack that didn't... We got 2 packs that didn't have LRs, but so far we're 3 for 5. We're 3 for 5. This is our 3rd LR in 6 packs. Are you sure this is normal? This is giving me... I feel like I'm pulling Hololive all over again. Nope, definitely not. Am I just getting really lucky? Streamer luck. And we got the Fatum 00. Are you guys sure his LRs are not super common? It's 6 per box. Gotcha. So they are like... They're not uncommon, I suppose. They're not common, but they're not like... 6 per box, I feel the odds are pretty good. How many packs are in a box? I hope my luck is half as good. I'm praying for your luck. We got the Goon! He's a Gooner. We got the Gooner. Mining Asteroid Palau. Wing Gundam. 24 packs per box. Yeah, so it's like 1/4. 1/4 shot. We're gooning now. Underground Desert Base. Not desert, desert. Jesus Christ. Underground Desert Base. Not the dessert base. Jesus Christ. Gallus K. Assault on Torrington Base. The Desert Tiger, not the Desert Tiger. I like this art a lot. Gundam Heavy Arms with the titty missiles. Titty missiles going off. I want to go to the dessert base. Me too. Chang Wufei. G Fighter. And we got another Sharzaku. Very nice. And then another rare. Gundam Unicorn, Banshee Unicorn mode. Heck yeah. Now we have the Banshee Unicorn and Destroy mode. But not an LR. And we got the Freedom Gundam resource. The 3D models look very 3D. Charzaku is so good. You're the second person to say that. That is our second Charzaku, so... Okay, it's leaving these up. I would say our 6 packs have been pretty good. We got 2 Sharzaku. We got a... Well, these are not that important. We gotta look at the LRs that we got. Let's find our LRs. Got the Buster Gundam. Let's check out our spoils. We had total 6 packs and we got 3 LRs. We got the Wing Gundam Zero. We got the Banshee Destroy mode. And we got the Buster Gundam. So, really cool picks. Really glad. We got these. Very, very cool. You got the level 8 Wing Gundam that I want. Heck yeah. I don't know if I'll play green though. What color? Because Seat Strike is white, red. And then the other one I was playing was also red, right? Shars? No. Oh, no, wait. That one's green. The Zaku deck. All right. Well, we had a very successful stream today. Lots of cool stuff. Got to build some cool stuff. Let me zoom out again. Got a hot mess of a table here. I had a good time. I wasn't really sure what to expect or how I'd like it, but it was really cathartic, and it actually reminded me a lot of like when I used to build Gundam a long time ago. It is very difficult for me to do this while also talking. It's like if I'm panel lining the whole thing, because you guys know whenever I build Gunpla, I can't talk and panel line at the same time. That's what it feels like. Feels like I'm just panel lining the entire time because I'm trying to concentrate. We'll build and color paint the other ones on stream too. So we got this guy that we can paint starting tomorrow, and then we got the other guy that we can build and paint next time. And tomorrow is my very good friend XB, Xsup even. XB is debuting tomorrow. She's debuting tomorrow. So I hope you guys will check her out and give her a sub, because actually she needs to hit 1K subs in order to raid. And it would mean a lot to me if she could raid before the karaoke relay, so we don't have to manually raid. But I will stream tomorrow to try to raid into her. So yeah, that'll be fun and exciting, and we can watch her debut stream together. Link in the post. The link is on Twitter or on Discord. In the Discord, it's on the announcements channel, and I've also retweeted on Twitter, so you can check it out on Twitter too. Alrighty, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night or a good rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out with me on stream. Sorry I started a little early, but we did a longer stream because I started early, so I think it evens out a little bit. I know that it's a little bit frustrating when I don't really keep to my stream schedule strictly, but that's just how it be right now. I will try to be stricter with my stream schedule once things are a little bit more stable for me. But I'm still kind of stabilizing. I'm still playing catch up to all of my bullshit that I'm working on. So yeah, I appreciate the understanding and patience. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, it's Mina. And have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.